either. And now I got another great coach, Coach Cal, and I can't wait to play for him.
Right, and and what do you feel like are the strengths of your game? What do you bring to the team?
Definitely my defense. I feel like that's probably my first strength. I can put a lot of pressure on the ball, and my second strength probably driving to the basket and getting other guys open, and making assists.
Have you adjusted to the academic rigors here of college life?
At first I didn't, because we had to go to practice, tutor, class, like that. But now I'm getting more used to it, and I'm liking it now, so I'm used to it.
Well, I saw in the paper you were talking about that a lot of folks recognize you now. So you like that aspect, or is that maybe a little bit, are you a shy guy on that end?
I'm kind of a shy guy on that, because I notice that people look at me. I just don't say nothing to them. I just walk by them. But I feel like I should say something to them, like, hey, or something one time. But maybe tomorrow I'll change it.
I got you. Good luck. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Alex said you're one of the biggest surprises on the team, for him at least, is how hard you play. Has he told you that to your face? Has he said anything to you like that?
No, he hasn't said anything to me about any of that. But I feel like all the players feel like I'm a surprise player. They really didn't know too much about me. And once I got on the court, I was playing great against them. And I feel like probably everybody's like, wow, who's that kid that can ball like that?
You think some of these guys are getting their first good look at you? You weren't on the circuit a lot like they were.
Yeah, they basically don't know any idea who I was until the summer, until we started playing pickup together and stuff like that. And I guess I was able to surprise some guys with my athletic, because they didn't think I probably could dunk because I was so small and stuff. But after pickup and practice start going, they noticed that I'm a really good basketball player, and I can learn the dribble drive really well.
Has it driven you? Do you kind of play with something to prove?
Yeah, I kind of do, because I know that I wasn't a McDonald All-American or anything, and other guys are going to look at me like he's probably a walk-on or something like that. And then once I play, they probably notice that I got a scholarship for how hard I work and how I love to play game basketball.
Cal said you had one of your best days yesterday.
Yeah. I feel like I definitely had one of my best days yesterday. I was doing a lot of great things. I was defending pretty well. It's hard to defend the Harrison twins, by the way. And I was able to get some baskets yesterday. And I felt like I had a good practice because I was going hard every play.
You already knew a little bit about them. You'd gone up head-to-head. Did they remember that matchup? Have you guys exchanged any stories about it?
They remember the matchup. We never trade stories about it, but we did talk about my teammate Quan Taylor. He got a crazy reverse dunk on one of their teammates. That's the only thing we really talked about.
With all the talent on this team and how many All-Americans are on this roster, how intense are practices?
Very intense. It's crazy. It's like an all-star game. You see all these fancy dunks and all these crazy crossovers where you're losing guys. I'm one of those guys that get lost most times guarding the Harrison twins, but I'm able to give them some moves too. Well, try to give them moves when I go to the rack. But practices are very intense, and I'm excited that I was able to be with these practices intense, because it's making me better every day.
Cal talked about this dunk Derek Willis had. Now, we've been asking everybody. Doesn't sound like it was much of a dunk. What did you see?
Well, I seen Derek. He was on the baseline. He was on that baseline over there. He drived. He went up with one hand. Dakari was behind him. Julius was in front of him. Dakari and Julius tried to block it. And after that, I just seen the ball go in. I don't know if it's a dunk or not. They said that they blocked it in, but I don't know. I'll say it's a dunk because he's a hometown person. So I'm going to say dunk.
What's you maybe most looking forward to for Big Blue Madness?
What am I looking?
Yeah.
Probably coming out on the introduction is what I'm looking to the most. But everybody wondering if I'm dancing or not, though. But it's going to be a surprise.
So the answer, you are dancing, but you're not going to tell us.
No, I didn't say I was dancing. I said
you got it all planned out.
Surprise.
Got a plan?
I might got a plan. I don't know. It's
What song you gonna dance to?
It's a surprise.